Shall we start?
Yeah.
All right. So we are here, and I have a new podcast here, and this is going to be talking about Grassroots Heroes Zambia, and this is part of Grassroots Heroes International. So it's one section of that. We're going to talk about what Grassroots Heroes is. We're going to talk about what you're doing and what kind of projects you've got going on. And luckily we have a green screen, so you'll be able to see here all the projects as we roll along. Can we just talk about that a little bit, but also introduce yourself a little bit, because I know who you are, but not everyone will know that you are Cosmas Zimba, and have been working in this for quite some time. So just a short introduction of yourself and where you're living now, what are you doing, and that kind of thing. And then let's roll into what Grassroots Heroes is, and then let's talk about the projects.
Yeah. Yes. Hi. My name is Cosmas Zimba. I am currently based or living in the Netherlands. I come from Zambia, and I was a project coordinator for some time, for over maybe 8 years in Zambia, leading the Grassroots Heroes Zambia. So Grassroots Heroes Zambia is a local registered organization that started in 2008.
What is Grassroots Heroes Zambia? What do we have to think about when we say this and we look at your logo on your shirt there?
So Grassroots Heroes is like I said, the Grassroots Heroes is a local registered organization in Zambia. It came about in looking at the living condition of a community, and we discovered that there's local people that actually they're pouring out their heart in helping their fellow local people, and then that's the results of the Grassroots Heroes. So Grassroots is the local people that are trying to support their fellow fellow people within the local context. Yeah. So we discover those people, and then we try to come alongside and support the local people that are doing the same, that are helping their fellow local people in bettering their conditions of living. Yeah. So that's therefore Grassroots Heroes Zambia. So our goal is to identify those local entrepreneurs that they're pulling out their hearts in supporting their fellow community members.
Okay, so this is not flying in a team from the Netherlands or to do things, or do you do that as well? Is it Grassroots Heroes is simply the local people helping other local people?
Yeah, so the initial starting point of it was the Grassroots Heroes, local people helping local people. So yes, we have people from the Netherlands, we have people from US that they support these local Grassroots Heroes Zambia to support the local people that are supporting themselves as well. So in that way, also the people that they're supporting the Grassroots Heroes, even if they're coming from the Netherlands or from United States, they're also part of the Grassroots Heroes because they're also supporting the same organization. Yeah. That is supporting the local people.
Well, and what's the difference between, I don't know, Grassroots Heroes? I mean, why would you work with Grassroots Heroes? Why not work with Oxfam or UNHCR or USAID or some of these big NGOs? Yeah. Why Grassroots Heroes?
Yeah, so for me, I've been working for Grassroots Heroes Zambia for many years, and I think this organization brings closer to the people that we are helping. So we are not just counting on the books, but we are actually mingling or connected with the people that we are supporting, so we can see the actual development that is happening in the community. So we have a relationship with the people that we are supporting. So we are not just supporting a group of people somewhere in Zambia, but we are supporting a group of people that we have a relationship, we have a connection with them, and then we understand each other, and then we know how we can help each other, and then we know how themselves are also struggling and that they need that kind of help. Yeah. So it brings the connection between the people that they're supporting and the people that they need, and also at the same time it also brings about the people that they're supporting. When they visit the project, also they learn something from the local people. So it's not only giving out, but also it's the people that they're donating or supporting the project. When they visit the project, they also learn something from the community themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've worked for about a year and a half as operations director for Oxfam here in the Netherlands. And it was really interesting to me because the way we measured what we were doing never included beneficiaries. So you would think that there would be somewhere in your balanced scorecard or somewhere on some kind of dashboard, this many people have benefited from us and they're doing better. And we weren't actually explicitly measuring that. So I would ask you, how do you know that what you're doing is working?
We have a lot of successful stories, and I think, how do we know what we are doing is working? Because we've been doing it for over some years now, and up to this time we can point, or we can also bring people on board to say, this person started school grade 1, but now they're working. So we can tell through that. So for example, we started from the 8 youths, supporting them to going to high school. Now we have like 250 youths that we are supporting them. And then from there we could see the results, how it's impacting their lives, and how it's changing the community as well. When we came in one of the community where one of the challenges in that community was early marriages, alcohol abuse, so as soon as we identify a Grassroots Heroes project there, where we supported each other, and then we could see the change, and then the transformation of that community, where local people started to send their kids to school because they needed change. So we can measure in so many ways. Yeah.
So you started in 2000. The Grassroots Heroes Zambia started in 2008. You got involved in 2010. We're now in 2025, which is just amazing to me. We're supposed to be like wearing space helmets and flying cars and that kind of thing, but we're not. We're doing exactly the same things we were doing in 2008. Yeah. But you said it's gone from helping about 8 kids to now 250. The focus seems to be mostly on children. You mentioned alcohol abuse and that kind of thing. Is that part of what you do? I mean, and do these children have trouble with alcohol abuse, or is this more sort of reaching out to the parents and the families?
Yeah. So Grassroots Heroes Zambia, its main focus is on education. So we work with, one of the projects we work with is a community school. So we have 3 community schools at the moment that we're involved with in 3 community areas, where in each community obviously have got different challenges as well. And one community, when we came in, was a lot of abuse of alcohol for men, and also within the family context itself, where no proper housing, no proper sewer system in that community. And of course, kids, when they're growing in that community, that's what they see, and then that's what they desire to become, and then it becomes the vicious circle where the father is in this state, it goes round again, he's going to be in the same state. But I think when we came in, we found that there's these individual people that they're trying to start a community school, where we partnered with them, and then through that we've seen the change, where the abuse of alcohol was becoming less. And then the parents themselves, they started supporting these kids to come to school where they needed change as well. So we could see from there where communities is changing. So yes, our focus is more in children. We want kids to have access to education. So in the area where we are operating, there's no government schools, it's only community schools. And then we try to open up to all the community where they can have access to education. And then we believe also in the power of education, where if we have someone going to school and they've learned, and then they can, in the end, they can be able to change their own future and change the community itself as well, or their surroundings at least. Yeah, so that's one of the projects.
But it's mostly focusing on younger people and helping them along.
Yes, so Grassroots Heroes, yes, focuses on young people. So we start from primary school up to college. So if you start primary school, you go to high school. When you're done high school, you go to college. So we try to help in all those processes where we want to see an individual graduating from college, where they can be able now to be more hunting jobs, or they can be useful can be useful in the society, as opposed to if they're not educated, then they end up being in a situation where they're either abusing things, such as maybe abusing alcohol or drugs, or maybe home abuse, so all those kind of stuff that we could think of.
Yeah. What is there, if any, religious component to this?
Yeah, so Grassroots Heroes Zambia it has a component of faith. So we call it like a faith-based organization, that we also believe only just our works sometimes cannot mean much, but we want also to include that people should not lose hope despite the situation they are going through. It's not the end. There's hope. So then we bring hope as Jesus Christ as the hope to them. So what we do is obvious. All these 3 community schools, they have a time of praying. So they maybe every week they do a prayer with all the children together. And then we have also the youth group, where when we have the youth group every year, we try to donate some Bibles to the youth group. And then I think we say the Bible is the only where you can discover the truth, and then you can discover yourself, and then you can create the relationship between you and God. So every year we try to donate Bibles to new students that are joining us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. And can you give 2 or 3 examples of what you're doing there? You were just there just a couple months ago. So what did you what kind of things did you come across? What projects were you doing? What successes did you see?
So yes, I was recent in Zambia. Actually, in October, I went to visit the project. Also, catch up with friends there. So it's amazing to see how little that is being given to the people, and how they're using it. We visited all these 3 schools, where we see, feeding is a big part of the schools, where I think it supports kids coming to school. And I think I see that as a big success, where kids come to school after learning, they have lunches that they're being served, and then they enjoy that. And then that brings an encouragement to continue coming to school. Otherwise, if there's nothing like that, then they end up being hungry or stay away from school and being on the street. The feeding helps our children to be in school. So that's what I've been seeing constant when I'm there. And then when people give money to Grassroots Heroes, that money is partially going to be going to food. Yes, so usually what we've been having when people give money, so they either say, I'm giving money for the food, I'm giving money to support John to go to school or Mary to go to school, or I'm supporting this boy from primary school to be in class. So it's all different areas and segment that people usually say that. So usually it's like already assigned to something, So of course we have people that I want to give my money so that you can buy food for the children. Yeah. So then we do that. Yeah.
Okay. How does that happen? I mean, who actually, you're here, so you can't buy the food. How do you actually, how does the money go there, and then who takes that and buys the food and cooks the food and gives it to the children? I guess it's local people. I guess it's grassroots help.
Yeah. So so it's Grassroots Heroes. So like I said, it's registered. So meaning that there's a bank account there. So people send money into the bank account. And then we have a new project coordinator that is coordinating all these things. So he's the one who takes the money and take it to the schools, and then of course the schools buy food. Then the school themselves have also arranged where they have someone who cooks. So the community women come together and cook food for the children.
So you were there and you were seeing these kids get fed, which is an important thing, because if they're not fed, then they're going to be going and looking for food. They're not going to come to school, and so that's an important component of what you're helping these kids do. What other projects did you visit, or what other successes did you see while you were there?
Yeah. So we one of the projects we visited was to meet up with the 250 youths one Sunday, where they all came and gathered together, and then from there you could hear the testimonies that some of them have graduated from colleges, and then they're just waiting for their papers, and some of them they're actually showing their certificates, diplomas that they were showing us that they have actually completed, and now they're just waiting to find some work or to find an opportunity on this side, which for me it's encouraging to see young people like that from the start there was no hope, but through the little support that we've been showing people, the young people like that have grabbed it on, and then they want to be helped, and then now coming with this testimony, say like thank you for helping me like this. Now I'm my opportunity of finding job has increased. It's vast, so I can go look for this side, I can go look for that one, so which is nice and encouraging at the same time. And then that's for the youth. And also we visited these community schools where you see the young kids, grade 1, grade 2, say they want to become nurses. They want to be like, if you ask their dreams, like what they want to become, like, no, I want to become a teacher, I want to become a nurse. So it's through also what they're seeing around them, because like in the beginning they'll say like, no, but I want to become like my father, like just get married to 2 wives, or just through this school, it has opened doors for a lot of opportunity for these young people. Yeah.
What else did you see while you were there? What would you like people to hear about?
Yeah. So So we've seen also like the sewing project for the women that has gone expanded, where women started with one thing, now they run a shop. So that's a successful. They started as a small training and they graduated, and then now they're doing their own stuff. Where they're on the side of the road with a small shop, and then they're selling things what they're making. Which is also encouraging to see that. Also to see the women that are doing small small business within the community, that they were trained to do like a small entrepreneur business. Now they're still doing it. So it's also encouraging to see people that you're trying to help, they're open to get that and run with it. So for me that's an encouragement, because there's people that you're trying to help, you try to do this, you're trying to do that, but they're not able to understand that, and they're still on the same level as you left them. But there's people where when it's just a small help, a small hope that just comes out, and they really hold on to it until they see change in their own lives, which is nice to see all those changes in these lives of people.
I mean, is it mostly young women that you help?
Yes, no.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have in the past we've had a skills training which has been targeted more of the parents, so women or mothers and fathers together. But when it comes to this kind of development, I've discovered a lot of women, they're open for that. Men, they're more hesitant in the beginning, or they're not sure if this can help them. Yeah, usually women, they just come and say like, "Oh, we would like to do this." So I've seen in this work that I've been doing, I've seen a lot of women coming in and also women being transformed. Yeah, and so we've done a skills training for both men and women, where a skills training will be a sewing project, and then also we've done a carpentry project for both people. And then we've seen some of the men that still doing carpentry program in their community. So just making simple things like making a door or a door frame, or making a cupboard, or making a bed that they can sell it, or they can use it for themselves. Yeah.
So, but these are these young people? Are these young students, or are these usually parents that are taking these classes?
So our goal was to help the parents within the community, because in the community that we are operating, usually the source of income is really this work or housemaid. So a lot of people do these chores to earn money. So it's not sustainable. So then I think when we bring a skills training where we say like, okay, maybe we want to learn how to do sewing, so then they end up coming to do that, and that in the end supports them and their children in school. Yeah.
Okay, so it's really an overall community, helping the community overall with skills and with food and education.
Yes, so with our project, it's open to all the community members, but of course it's not everybody comes. So yes, our goal is to help the whole community to be sustainable, and through the leadership of the community, then we're able to do those things. Yeah.
Okay. And so let's transition over into somebody's listened to this and they want to help. They want to give money to what you're doing. Two things. How do we give money? How can we send money? And the other thing is, in what other ways can you get involved?
Grassroots Heroes is a registered organization in Zambia, and where it's seeking also a lot of support from different people, from different organizations to partner with as well. One of the things, or one of the ways you could help is one, either giving, through sponsoring a child or sponsoring a project. That's one way. Or the other way would be if you're skilled in any way that you could visit and give your time to either help coach a computer program for the young people, for example, and then there will be many things that could follow through that.
Is this like more teaching like that?
Yeah.
So if people wanted to actually go to Zambia and teach these kids, that would also be...
Yeah, that would also be because now as a school, they've added that children should also do IT. So our curriculum is changing. So we need to teach our young people also to have access to these computers. So yes, so to teach them for even a short period of time, that would be still helpful. Yeah. On the Facebook or the website through
Oh,
the
so
Facebook.
you're on Facebook. So if you go onto Facebook and put in Grassroots Heroes Zambia,
Yeah, yeah,
it just comes up.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, we are on Facebook, and also we are also on we have a website. Probably that we also show on the the Facebook and the website we show on the screen, and then also we are in the process also of having presence here in the Netherlands, where we want to register ourselves so that people can also give through here in the Netherlands. Yeah. So also the information at some point will be, or the information will be also on the screen for the Netherlands project. Yeah.
Any information that we don't have, that we don't show here, we can put in the description of the video.
Yeah.
So, okay. Any last words that you would want people to know about Grassroots Heroes Zambia?
Yeah, so for me, working with Grassroots Heroes has been life-changing, and for me, it's been learning a lot and discovering myself as well. I think I've learned through this process where this is a place where I can also give myself and give my time to this project, and that's through that project has really transformed my life and how I see things now. And like many when I was young, I struggled a lot through life and didn't really know much about things, and through meeting different people that will help you in life, then you learned a lot. And so for me, it's through that kind of a process. And now coming to Grassroots Heroes and how they do things, I like it, and I want to be involved as long as I can, so I can also champion. I can also contribute to the transformation of these young people's lives. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I guess we can leave it there. So until next time, I will say God bless and keep watching this space.
Adios.
Exactly.